Today, I'll let y'all back into my life. I think this explanation I owe y'all. I got like 8 in a row. I feel like before we do anything today, I have to catch y'all up. But my life literally looks completely different than what it did last time I was doing it. I know I kind of disappeared and took a lot of breaks. You know, we're not going to talk about that. But like I literally moved to Atlanta, back home to Augusta, and I'm about to go to Atlanta again. And on top of that, I have a girlfriend. So it's been a lot, y'all. It's really been a lot. I've been just trying to figure this thing out, kind of like everybody has. Should we get into that? I think so. So I guess welcome back to my life. Let's go downstairs real quick. So probably the biggest thing we'd have to talk about on the list is Atlanta. People always ask me, do I live in Atlanta? Why am I back in Augusta? X, Y, and Z. I don't know if I've told anybody publicly, but I do not live in Atlanta at the moment. I think my only video on Instagram this year was a video of me basically saying I was moving to Atlanta and that I wouldn't come back. And it's funny because I came back. And coming back home was weird. I feel like when you leave home to go chase something, that there's this big pressure to not come back until you made it in something. And I haven't yet. Like if I leave Augusta and say I'm moving to Atlanta to take this thing to a big level, I'm supposed to come back home and have everything figured out. But honestly, life doesn't work like that. So the reason I went to Atlanta in the first place, my boy, that boy Funny hits me and he's like, bro, when you gonna come back down here? You know, you say you gonna stay down here, like what's the word? Like you gonna stay or what? So I'm like, yeah bro, like let's do it. So I'm like, I think this was at the beginning of the year. I'm like, I don't really have that much to do down here right now. I'm not booked completely. It's like mid-January or something like that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Atlanta. Like, this is a great way to start the year. Start in a new city, quote unquote new city, because it's Atlanta, you know what I mean? Like, used to Atlanta. I moved back down there really just to help him with his platforms and what he got going on, little filming and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, it was easy. It wasn't hard, but I think the hardest part was like being away. And I think I was just like so comfortable in Augusta, like with all my friends and just, you know, having my people around, my brothers around. It was just a comfort thing, you know? But when I went to Atlanta, it was like very uncomfortable. I'm trying to start over in a new city. Like, I don't have all the clients yet, you know what I'm saying? I have a really good client, but I'm still trying to find a way to make things work. But to me, it just ended up, I just felt lonely, bro. I didn't have like, of course I had him, don't get me wrong, I had him for sure. But it's just like, shoot, some days we'd stay in the house, like some days we wouldn't do anything, you know what I mean? And for me, I'm like, I'm 26 now, so I don't have like all the time in the world just to like wait or like, I don't know, for me, it's like if I'm not working every day, I don't feel accomplished, you know what I mean? So I stayed there until like April-ish. I would go back and forth from Augusta to Atlanta, or Atlanta to Augusta now, just to catch some shoots and stuff like that, not forget about my old clients and stuff like that. But there was this one situation, I'm a long story short, this one, I had this girl come over to bro's house and she got bit by their dog. I thought she was trying to sue me. So I said, okay, this is the best time to go home, get some money up. Oh, and mind you, when I went to Augusta, like Augusta versus Atlanta pay was kind of different for me. So like I might make X amount in Atlanta, but basically since I already have everything built up in Augusta, I can go home and make like a lot more money, you know what I mean? So I thought the girl was gonna sue me because she got bit and she was like, I know she felt the way because I ain't really like her for real, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, even that night, I literally called my driver Ashley, she could vouch, bro. I was literally like, can you take me home tonight? Because I think Funny was in Miami for a funeral and I just was at the crib like alone. I was like, damn, I'm bored, I'm lonely. I started drinking cut waters and all type of stuff. So I'm like, I call my Uber driver. I'm like, hey, can you take me home, like to Augusta? Because usually she takes me home to Augusta for like cheap. Mind y'all, I'm not driving like all the time. I don't have a whip, so I got a driver. So I'm just like, okay, Ashley, take me home. She's like, I'm busy. I just got off of work or whatever the case is. So I'm like, damn. So then I invited the shorty over. That was the worst mistake of my life. I should have just went home, bro. Like, if I could have, I should have just went home. But I'm thinking I'm gonna get sued. Thank God she didn't end up suing me. But like, them months that I went home, I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Like, I gotta get this paper together just in case shorty end up suing me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she didn't. Shout out to her for that, I guess. But one thing I did have to ask myself though is like, does coming back mean I failed? And entirely when I think about it, maybe it means I failed a little, just a little bit. Maybe like it didn't go as like good as I thought it would go. I think that's because I didn't stand in that fire, you know what I mean? I didn't like take up all them lonely nights and just boring nights and stuff like that. I don't think I maximized it or did like the most that I could do. Mind you, every time we did go out though, I was like networking with other people. I met a lot of like people in general, but I don't think I used it to the best of my like ability basically. I think I just got really comfortable, and that's just me being transparent. Or I'm gonna say I really got uncomfortable, like, and uncomfortable situations are uncomforting, you know what I mean? Like, but I realized growth like requires like being uncomfortable, and that's something like it's kind of hard to do. Like, it's easier to say like, oh, I would have stayed and X, Y, and Z until you're that person in that situation, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty smart, so I don't think I made a bad choice. It might have stopped me, but who's to say? Like, because everything happens for a reason, bro. Like, literally, if I didn't come back home, I wouldn't have met my beautiful girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like, even I tell my girlfriend this all the time. In these scenarios, when I was before I went to Atlanta, I was talking to a girl, right? Stopped talking to her, basically, and then started talking to another girl in Atlanta. So, boom, I basically break it down like, if I would have stayed with any of them girls and a day longer, I would have never met my girl when I met her, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of crazy to me. But I always say like, God has a plan for everything, you know what I mean? You can't control timing at all, for real. So if it was like meant for me to come back home to Augusta, then so be it. This is what we get, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't, then hey, that's what we're quote unquote missing out. But I think everything happens a certain way for a certain reason. And I think sometimes you can be focused on like moving forward or showing people progression, that you'll end up staying somewhere because like literally going back looks kind of bad. So coming home kind of gave me that clarity and that chance to like reset and reanalyze on like just everything in my life. And it was also a time for me just to do more for myself, because I'm like on a daily doing for other people. And honestly, it's a hard balance. Even with this YouTube stuff that I want to do, it's low-key a hard balance, like of just doing for myself and doing for other people. Gotta get something to eat or drink or something. Okay. I ordered some food off DoorDash last night, and I swear I was so hungry, but I did not end up eating it. We got top crab, we got fried rice, and we have tilapia and fries and stuff like that. Being back in Augusta has definitely been interesting, but it's been really different because it's the place I grew up in. It's just not the same. When I say that, a lot of my real friends either have moved, they have girlfriends, wives, kids. It's just different, you know, because I live a different life. Like, I live with my mom, you know. I don't have as much responsibilities. And people could look at it as like a shame thing, but like to me, it's just like, this is just my life, you know what I'm saying? I know most people are like, get kicked out at 18 and 19 and 20, and they're like, oh, you should have your own place by this age, that age. But my days now are kind of like a little bit less like all over the place, you know what I mean? Which is kind of cool, because I think for like a lot of years, I just been running around just like doing whatever. Like every day would seem like something. Like I might be in Miami this day, Houston this day, overseas one day, like, you know what I'm saying? It was always like my days were unpredictable, but now they're kind of like a little bit more predictable, and I don't know if I like that, but it's also like been just really chill, you know. Like I have a girlfriend now, so now I just get to like, I feel like low-key a stay-at-home dad sometimes because I only go out for like shoots and stuff. I'm not big on like the clubbing as much anymore, unless it's like one of my friend's birthday or something like that. But I think what annoys me most about being home is everybody's always like, I thought you lived in Atlanta. Oh, you're not in Atlanta? Oh, la 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 la. You're here, this where. But to me, it's like, it all seems like a big slap in the face, low-key, because it's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing these big things. Like, that's what everybody's known me, or like, they're used to seeing, you know what I mean? So, it kind of makes me feel stagnant when I'm not doing, like, what I was doing before. And it's something that'll get you in your feelings for because you look, you be like, damn, did I fall off? Like, what the hell is really going on? Like, I used to be having that emotion, but I realized, like, seasons are different, you know. Like seasons look like this one season you might be chilling, this season you might get a lot of shoots, a lot of money, whatever the case is, but every season isn't the same season. That's the best way I could put it. Honestly, what's been killing me the most, bro, is I haven't taken one trip this year, bro. Usually I'm booked up, like going out of town for work and stuff like that. I think I only went to Miami this year and Orlando. That's it. No flights, no nothing, just straight driving down there. So I just think staying in Augusta can be dangerous to me because I have a lot of potential, and I just got to be real. Like, it's not cocky for me to say that. I have a lot of potential. Definitely become just stagnant, and I might not ever grow, but that's not going to happen because I won't let that happen. I can say what I did miss about Augusta is really just like my friends for real, my brothers, but both of my brothers live at the beach now, so it's like, it stinks. My mom is here at least, and I get to see her a lot, so that's good with me because I know when I was on the road or just on flights and stuff like that all the time, I used to miss my mama, bro, so bad. So it's time to soak it up with her. I want to know about my girlfriend. Honestly, shout out to going out for this reason. So I went to Soleil one night and I seen her, but I think I seen her before on Instagram, but I'm like, something in my head told me like, I gotta have her. And bro, when I literally, there's something wrong with me. Literally when I want something, I'm gonna go get it. Like, it don't matter how hard it is. That could be like female, goal, whatever the case, not female, woman, goal, anything. I'm gonna go get it. So I seen her and I'm like, cause I remember I DM'd her on Instagram. This is so funny. I'm like, where are you from? You hella cute. She's talking about some thank you, and I'm from Augusta. I said, where'd you go to school at? I don't know why I said that. That was kind of like nothing. So then she leaves me on open. And then, so I'm downtown one night and I see her. I'm like, hey, I pulled up on her like in her face. I'm like, hey, you the girl that left me like on open on Instagram. Like, damn, you kind of, you know what I'm saying? Why you didn't reply? You feel me? I think she's with her friend or whatever. Her friend is low-key, lucky, bro. Her friend is low-key on me, bro. Like, shit, just vibe, I'm not talking to you. So boom, I'm like, let me get your number, X, Y, and Z. And then ever since then, like, it was weird because I knew I would like have her. Like, it was kind of weird. But matter of fact, our first date was so late. That's kind of funny to think about it. Anyway, she's a sweet girl and I love her so big. I'm so grateful. Like, if that's why I came to Augusta, like, pretty worth it. Like, if that's why I came back to Augusta, it's pretty worth it. We just kicked it up there and then we low-key been with each other like ever since. It's like, in my head, it's like I met my mirror and I just feel like we literally act the same. Like, if I thought I talked shit, like, that's someone that talks just as much shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, like, I am, I feel like she is. So I think that's kind of cool because, like, we're learning through each other in a sense. Like, I don't know. That's just what I pick up. Yeah, she's special to me. Ooh, look at the details, boy. We don't have any oven mitts, so if I get burnt, ah! Alright, I'm gonna go to the pool for the rest of the day. Not for the rest of the day, just for a little hour or so. Oh, thank God. Oh, I can swim the whole time underwater. Word two. Just swim the whole way through. Underwater. Hot. I think y'all are pretty much caught up on what happened or what's been happening. I feel like the bigger question is, how do I feel inside? And that's harder to answer. I've had moments where I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And then I've had moments where I feel like I'm behind because I know what I'm capable of doing. And sometimes I look up and I'm like, why haven't I done it yet? Why haven't I taken this thing further? Why haven't I built everything I've been talking about? I think I spent a lot of time comparing where I am now to where I thought I would be by now. But lately I've been thinking about something. Maybe being behind isn't always a bad thing. Maybe I just needed some time to figure out what actually matters to me. While I've been feeling all of that, I've also had some really dope opportunities start coming my way. Things creatively, things with work, people I've been able to connect with, places I might be going. And I'm starting to feel excited again.